Poseidon, the earth shaker, bellowed earthquakes and sluiced tsunamis at human stupidity. We built temples around the Aegean in appeasement rather than change our ways. Then Thales began philosophy, following a fissure of insight. The gods are not interested in human histories, and the stars not gods, but formed from the common ingredient of oceans, lakes, cloud, fog, mist, and us, 90% water. Water is the origin of all things, perhaps a traditional cosmogony on our origins, or a hypothesis about ontology, a cosmos of air, fire or water, or an expose on our soluble nature, an active, living force with neither beginning nor end, sustained by water. After a hot October day of lightning, grey rain today. It's not spring nor summer. The season's Murai Yungare, when Waratah's scarlet blooms drip with sweet nectar. For perhaps 40,000 years, people camped here by the swamp, teeming with food. I'm looking for a single weed. The paved surface traps and channels water, and we're exiled from the earth, its rocks and soil, leaves and flowers, birds and insects. I'm looking for signs of life along the cold trail of the tank stream, which once stole silently through a very thick wood. Aha! A plant growing in the wild. Its catchment now pure urban tarmac, glass and concrete. Lynn Roberts Goodwin made sculptures marking the tank stream path. She quotes Watkin Tench. Into the head of the cove on which our establishment is fixed runs a small stream of fresh water, which serves to divide the adjacent country to a little distance in the direction of north and south. Governor Arthur Phillip sailed into Botany Bay with 11 ships, just over 1,300 convicts, marines and their families, and a cunning plan to clean out an old world and fashion a new one. But Joseph Banks had exaggerated the bay's potential, so Phillip left the ships and rowed north with 2 cutters and a longboat. Impressed by warriors at Kaimi, he renames it Manly, camps at Cardi, Camp Cove, then comes across a small beach on the southern shore of Port Jackson with, he wrote, the best spring of water, and in which ships can anchor so close to the shore. On January the 25th, 1788, Phillip begins clearing the bush at Sydney Cove at the head of the run of fresh water. This is the key anniversary. Flaked stones chipped from water-worn pebbles were found near 3 tanks excavated from the sandstone during drought, hence the name. Philip protected the stream, punishing polluters with a flogging or a fine. When he left his impossible task to die an alcoholic pauper in Bath, the tank stream festered into a stinking miasma, a sewer running through the heart of the neophyte city. The stream, bedded down by convict labour, was later covered and hidden and lies beneath us. Our appetites have become enormous. The city expands, consuming its surroundings, clearing land, constructing more buildings, squeezing in more people, excreting more sewage and litter, and fouling the air and waters. The average global rainfall is 74 centimetres a year. The average Australian is just over half that. Yet after the US and Canada, our usage is the highest in the world, though falling. In Sydney, we consume nearly 300 litres a day each. Our catchment ranges across the southern Highland Sea Illawarra. It's a multi-billion-dollar industry. But we waste much of it. A leaking tap can spill 12,000 litres a year. There's 1 billion people with poor water. There will be water wars around the world. Smell of urine. Philip wrote, "When I first went in the boats to Port Jackson, the natives appeared armed near the place at which we landed and were very vociferous, but like the others at Botany Bay, easily persuaded to accept what was offered them. What do they think we are doing with this place now?"